What was the moment of the split that sent us into this weird timeline? When they fired up the Large Hadron Collider. This fucked up timeline is all they know. I wish we could go back, confused face. I think I would have been much happier without the internet. Spot on. https://www.youtube.com/watch?mark v=ujnei-bami&t=32s. The tale of Harambe, the silverback gorilla, is a somber one, filled with despair and sorrow. In the gardens of man, there existed a great zoo, where beasts of all kinds were held captive for the amusement of humans. Harambe was among these creatures, a creature of great power and dignity, yet bound in chains by the hands of men. On a fateful day, a child fell into his enclosure, and Harambe, seeing the child in danger, acted with great valor and strength. Though he could have crushed the child with ease, he instead sought to protect and care for the small creature, cradling it in his massive arms as though it were his own kin. Alas, the humans who bore witness to this event were filled with fear and panic, and in their haste, they took Harambe's life. It was a tragedy beyond measure, for Harambe was a noble creature, one who showed mercy and compassion even in the face of danger. His story echoes through the halls of time, a reminder of the beauty and majesty of the creatures of this world. May his memory live on, a testament to the goodness that exists in even the most fearsome and mighty of beasts. 2012 was around the time that everyone now had iPhones and everything was starting to pop off towards a social media-centered world. Sure, we all already had MySpace and Facebook, but it was usually at home on a computer for 45 minutes and then you went and did other things. Not only that, but streaming platforms were starting to become more popular as well. The world did not end in 2012, but that was when there was a huge shift. Now we are all tied to screens at all times. This has led to raises in rates of suicide, depression, mental illness, violence, mass shootings, etc. People are losing their face-to-face interactions and ability to appreciate something because most of the time things are very easily accessible. We all feel the void though. I've recently deleted my last form of social media and only occasionally come on Reddit. It doesn't feel as heavily personal, but it still has its downsides. I don't miss the social media at all. Now I just need to figure out if there are other like-minded people around me who desire to reconnect genuinely and not be on our screens the entire time we interact. Sometimes when I think about me not having an iPhone, I wonder what the hell I did all day. I would draw for hours, paint, write. My computer time was solely used to discover new music and burn CDs, I went to the beach, etc. It's gotta be 2012 for me. Honorable mention: the election of Trump and the tidal wave of blatant division and Onion article type true events occurring every weekly, which was obvi in 2016. 2016 was such a good year, only because it was the last good year. I believe it would have split the tiniest bit with the Nixon administration, the win at all costs, the dirty tricks, Watergate, but that was just the first crack in the line. The same people sabotaged the Carter admin, then came Reagan, who was a figurehead at best, but the true evil came with the moral majority and Gingrich and trickle-down economics. And the icing on the cake was Iran-Contra and the Just Say No campaign. The CIA flooding American cities with cocaine and at the same time the war on drugs escalating. Add in the blatant racism of the likes of Jesse Helms and it was the perfect storm. Just one opinion here. Trump never expected to be elected in 2016, but was enjoying grifting the campaign funding. The world was shocked when he won, and he doubled down on his grifting in office. This seems to have emboldened a lot of career authoritarians, seeing how easily it happened in the USA, and here we are. It sounds more like a symptom than the cause, but I'm too young to truly remember how deep it goes. Realistically, I'd say the internet. It took a little while to kick in, but it was the beginning of the end. Yeah, agreed. We can't have access the technology that powerful when there are still religious wars raging. It's the great filter kicking in, and we are almost certainly going to wipe ourselves out before getting off this rock and colonizing elsewhere. When Obama made fun of Trump at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. This event led to Trump running, and the rest is history. Obama dragged his ass over hot coals during that. You could see the rage within Donald just looking at him. Definitely one of the most bizarre but influential moments in history. Close but not quite. It was April 2016 when a weasel shut down the LHC. The weasel incident created an alternative bubble of reality that has been slowly degrading. I swear to this day that when I got the news alert that Hillary conceded, I felt the gears of the universe shift somehow. I'm not a woo-woo type normally, but I swear to God I felt it. They had to emergency stop it because a weasel got inside. In 2016. So think of that as you may. I'm willing to bet this is the correct answer. Every time they run it, things get slightly more skewed, all the way down. It's definitely this right here. We all got okayed, but none of us can read Steiner. Was literally about to say this. In my head canon, nobody started talking about the Mandela effect until after the first usage of the Large Hadron Collider. That or when they killed that Harambe gorilla. El Psychongru. It's weird that everyone feels that we are in a different timeline, even if we don't know the exact point, that it happened. I feel bad for the younger ones that will never know what the world was like before the internet and all the other BS we now deal with. And if they were probably asked the same question, they wouldn't have anything to reference. This fucked up timeline is all they know. I wish we could go back, confused face.